Hello and welcome to Straight from the Cloverfield, episode 73. I'm your host Ralph. Today's topic is continuation of paving the way to end all war. The old paradigm war history, brainwashing to keep humanity in the past and away from the present moment. They want to continue war. That's what the Dark Peace class seeks, to continue the war, keep it going. Boys programmed to fight an enemy, toy guns, supporting fighting programming. Like pit bulls, humans can be programmed. That try to program the order follower as the child. They use the television to cast spells and project the system of beliefs through the belief, because they understand the cosmic law of believe and receive. Many unite against a common enemy and are held back by an internal struggle in the skull. Many believe that an enemy has all sorts of power over them. The truth is that they are outnumbered by rainbow warriors who will expose this and teach what we need to know. Don't refer to them as the powers that be. They are the powers that never were. They only thought they could control humanity, but no one is following their plans. The greatest lie was convincing others that they had power, because they have no power. We all are rainbow warriors, and as one, we tear down the system of teachings and learning from each other. So, the Dark Priest class would demonize certain groups of people: indigenous, Japanese, Muslims, Jews, Palestinians. And whenever puppet was in power, is blamed for it, when it is the order followers who are responsible for casualties. To follow an order to kill somebody does not concur with natural law. It's a wrongdoing. The order followers are the problem. Hitler was a horrible creature, but those that follow orders put his desires into action. It was the order followers that made it possible. It's like what's happening with Palestinians in Gaza. People need to understand to not join the war, because it's the order followers that are the problem. To blindly follow an order is to desecrate natural law. And natural law is a sacred law of all that we all bound by, that we are all that nobody is exempt from. Not man's law, natural law. You don't have the right to take the life of another being unless you're being attacked and defending yourself. If somebody's trying to kill you. They like to pull the false flags of Al-Qaeda or Hamas for the purposes of land grabs and oil. The Iraqi war's original acronym was Operation Iraqi Liberation, OIL. It was about oil. It's sickening that they do this, and people continue to sign up and wear the dog tags. The dogs continue to fight and murder people, and I'm just following orders. That doesn't fly with natural law. It's disgusting, and people need to understand this. Children need to be taught this, so they don't fall for the war and join the war with whatever bribes they're trying to pull, and putting the recruiting at the mall to try to lure kids into it. They call in as soon as the kid hits 18. It's not right. Another thing that the social engineers are trying to do, the Dark Priest class, is one word that is forbidden by them. It's called the word of epigenetics. It's forbidden by the dark priest class. Epigenetics is derived from the Greek prefix epi and the Latin verse genere, meaning to create. Epigenetics is an emerging branch of science that takes human consciousness into consideration regarding the biological, physiological expressions of human life in society, that which goes beyond our genes. So it's a study of how the consciousness can play a role in the genes, and it's not all the genes. Consciousness can literally change the genes, higher consciousness, higher thought processes. The placebo effect is an example of how consciousness can influence the genes and the cells, talking to the cells in the body and being positive reinforcement. And the epigenetics shows this. And they don't want people to know about this. They don't want people to know that they have power over their genes. So, this is what they're trying to do now. Is the social engineers, dark priest class, want a weak race that they can control. They try to make us sick through poisons, ingredients, GMOs in the food, chemtrails, medication poisons, multiple vaccines at a time, which I don't believe is very good at all, because I have talked to people that have had that. They say it's fine, you can have that done, but the people say they feel all really bad after that, make them sick. I know vaccines are a dicey subject, but they always updating these and every year now. So I'm not saying, I know there are people at risk, and that I understand, but I'm saying that multiple vaccines at once is not a good idea. They already got dicey stuff in it. We don't know what's going on. And I believe that the genetic engineers think that these updated vaccines can thwart humanity's ability to understand the consciousness and how it can change their own genes. I think they think that these vaccines are going to give that power to them to control humanity's genes, but I don't believe that can happen. I don't believe that they can do that. I think they can. I think they think a lot, but I know that humanity is resilient and will make an effort to do better. They have paid opinions to cull the masses, so they will continue to consume harmful ingredients. Media is Latin for minimal, and it's bought and paid for by the middleman, media. So we need to come together and be the true media and talk about things that are harming others. And what we need to do is rise up and eat better. That's what we need to start doing. And read the ingredients on whatever you're buying. If anything genetically engineered, throw it out. It ain't good for you, it ain't good for nobody. We don't want to eat that garbage. Nature provides the food that we need to eat. And there's plenty of it, but nobody be eating it. So, you gotta get better. And if you are eating it, that's great. I apologize for assuming that you weren't. But we need to eat more whole foods. Dairy is not healthy. We got to get that out of our diet. Humanity needs to shape up and eat healthy so they can be healthy and strong and defeat these bastards that want to keep us weak and sick. So, I'm not trying to be a proponent saying that don't get your vaccine, but I'm just trying to say, because I know there are people that are compromised and they get very sick and very ill. Now, I understand that, but I'm saying don't get multiple vaccines at once, because I think that's very bad for the body to metabolize. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm just trying to tell people that make an effort to be healthy and strong, because the genetic engineer, the social engineers, dark beast class, want people weak and sick and dying, so they can be easier to control. That's what it is. That's what Mark Passio is trying to explain in his work, and he does a damn good job. And he gets very upset, but I get very upset too. I can get very annoyed, and I know sometimes let our minds control us, and we get upset because we see the deplorable conditions that people are unaware of, and we try to uplift humanity and help them to make better choices. So that's all I'm saying. So I hope that this was helpful, and I thank you for listening, and I encourage you to look into some of the work of Mark Passio of whatearthishappening.com, because he has taught us a lot, and he's a great teacher. And I can only hope to try to inspire others. So I thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next one.